Gregory Guillaume, esthetician, publisher, media personality, and widely sought-after beauty and fashion authority, began her career in beauty product development for a leading cosmetics firm. Is a contributor for magazines such as Allure, InStyle, and editor-in-chief of the syndicated and widely read beauty blog Who Knew It. Let's join Gregory Guillaume together with actress, producer, and natural beauty advocate Ciara Law, fresh off the set of her latest film project, to learn more about the challenges of aging skin, maintaining clean skin, and near-perfection complexion, as she reveals her latest and greatest discovery and secret beauty weapon for achieving flawless looks as seen on the red carpet, and introduces us to the Vanessa Blake's cosmetic anti-aging breakthrough, skin revitalizing total beauty pore perfection system, and ready-to-wear makeup range. Injections, doctor visits, clinics and spas, some women are paying thousands of dollars for regular procedures. There's often risk and recovery time too, but you won't pay thousands for the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. Sold separately, the regular price of the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System is $299. Once you try the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System and see the years visibly reversing, we think you'll agree it's worth every penny. But because we are selling direct to you without retail markups, you can now look years younger with the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. All 4 powerful age-defying, skin resurfacing and rebalancing products for the special reduced price of just $169.95.
Hi. I'm excited to be here to talk about my favorite subject, beauty. Friends and experts join me as we talk about the latest in beauty breakthroughs. I'd like to welcome my good friend, TV personality, actress, and fellow natural beauty advocate, Ciara Law.
Gregory, thank you so much for having me on your couch hanging out today.
I'm really happy to see you. It's been a long time.
It's been too long, actually.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never again, though, not this long stretch again. Anyway, all right, so Ciara, I must tell you that I'm really impressed with you and your success as a businesswoman, respected actress, and the reputation you've earned along the way. Many people will recognize you as a star of film and stage, but they may not know that you are an accomplished producer. And in the meantime, you've been quietly building on your stellar reputation of being an advocate for all women and the portrayal of our images. And going beyond, in your case, Ciara, by seeking out the best in natural beauty products. Let's talk.
Whew, can you say all of that again?
Yeah, girl, real quick.
Really though, you flatter me, and you know we don't do this alone. We have great teams of people that help us. I'm able to work on amazing projects. I have a great network of family and friends, so I'm having a lot of fun.
I love that, I love that. You look fabulous, and your skin, as usual, looks radiant, but there's something more going on right now. Let's cut to the chase. There are millions of women and men, baby boomers, beauty product junkies like myself and you, actors out there, and we all want to know if there's any chance in the world that our skin can look as young as we all feel, but more importantly, as good as we feel. We've all been living very full lives with lots of laughter, an equal amount of stress, and probably way too much sun, I know for myself especially. Rich foods, and our faces are starting to show it. Fine lines, and we didn't used to have. Not so fine lines, crow's feet, unevenness, dryness, dark spots, gosh, blotchiness, you name it. It's literally written all over our faces. In your professional opinion, is there any hope for us?
You know, that's a long list, and I'm really excited to say that there is hope. There's lots of hope, and more importantly, it doesn't require a plastic surgeon's involvement. As you know, I travel the world. You do as well. I'm on set a lot. We both attend a number of different events where we get to meet women who have things and issues with their skin that they want to hide. And like
Sadly.
you, I have tried a million and one products.
God, yes, we've been there, yes.
Literally, I mean, I have had makeup artists try different lines on me. I've received mail order, skin supplies. I have been my own product tester.
Okay.
But here's the key. I think that I may have discovered the best kept secret to amazing skin.
And you're just now telling me about this? I mean, we've been friends for how long? I think I'm mad at you. Okay, let's...
Be happy that I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling the world. I went on a trip to the UK a few months back, and I was introduced to a beauty professional there while I was on set for an upcoming project with the most amazing, nearly flawless skin I have ever seen. Truly, she was working on one of the other actresses, and I noticed she had on the Barely There makeup. Her skin was glowing. Glowing.
That's what I want.
G-L-O-W-I-N-G.
That's what I want. That's when I'm jealous of a woman.
Well, let me tell you what her secret was.
Okay.
The Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. OMG. OMG moment.
It was an OMG moment.
It was an OMG
Tell it, girl.
moment.
Talk to me about this. I need to hear more. Okay.
Really, her skin was simply amazing.
Okay.
She shared the product range with me, which I tried and instantly fell in love with it. I asked her to get on the phone and please find the team for me that was behind this brand. So I got to meet with them, we talked beauty, and I've never been as excited as I am today.
You were that moved.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I was that moved about the innovations of the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Lab, about the results, and most of all, about the feedback that I'm able to hear from friends and coworkers who've used the system on their face and their bodies and who have now made it a part of their daily beauty regimen.
That sounds like a glowing response to something.
Glowing. And you understand, when our friends aren't happy,
Right.
when our coworkers aren't happy,
Yes.
and we've introduced a line to them,
Yes.
we might as well just pack up and leave the business.
If it doesn't work, you're going to hear about it.
Truly, but you know what? It works, and the feedback that I am getting is incredible.
Wow, that's a referral that I will be paying attention to closely. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, so, okay, and many of the celebrities and our fellow friends are aging, concerned with preserving their youthful appearance and reversing damage to their skin, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, most definitely. You know, that and then some. But mostly, you know, my mission has become to embrace aging, not hide from it. And I know that hasn't really been popular in our culture today. I mean, for example, if you and I were just living under a rock.
Okay. I need to hear that. Yes.
We're living under a rock. And, you know, we don't know the latest blockbuster that's come out. We've not watched any reality television. We don't follow any of the fabulous pop stars. And we went to one of the popular magazines to see what was happening in today's culture. We would not see images of women over 35.
We wouldn't exist. I wouldn't exist. I'm 108 years old. Did I tell you that? I'm well preserved,
Are you sure?
darling.
You have secrets from me.
I know. That's what we're here for, to discover our secrets,
you've
to
been
keeping us
using
looking really young and
Vanessa
beautiful.
You know, and really though, even if we went back to those magazines and we saw the images of women that are over 40 and 50, they're just not realistic.
Right.
You know, we're both in the public eye and being part of the Hollywood machine. I'm on a mission to change that, to celebrate. Can we say that? To celebrate
To
aging.
celebrate. Yes.
Yes.
Say it out loud, say it proud.
Yes, to celebrate aging.
All right, so let's talk about how you discovered the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics London, the company.
Well, you know, I wanted to make a statement about both image and beauty and what it would take to give the appearance of beautiful skin. I was on a mission, and I actually was on a mission to help achieve nearly perfect, flawless skin. You know, and I think if we have a regimen, or in this case, if we have a system like the Vanessa Blake Cosmetic Pore Perfection one, we can allow our skin to shine and the beauty that's within us to just break through.
That just sounds really amazing to me.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get started on my system.
I love that.
So you've tested, as you said, and I know, 1 million products.
Yeah.
What made you believe in the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection system?
I think that is an absolutely great question. You know, first of all, it does start with passion and persistence, the 2 Ps. I've had a long time passion for making a difference on our perceptions of beauty, and thus the business of skincare. You know, I remember back when I was a little girl and I used to watch my mom, as most kids did, you know, at her dresser, and she's taking off her makeup, removing it, and she's opening different jars and bottles and the creams, and the fragrances and the smell of all of that was just so wonderful.
You're sending me back in time. Can I go back, please?
And magical. As little girls, that is something that we used to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I began my career in stage and screen, and then I also started doing a lot of work behind the scenes, producing, and I got into some casting because of the producing, I would take a look at friends that were A-listers who had developed problem skin. And at the same time, I was looking for a product that would not take a toll on my own skin, all the while lending a favor to them and finding a product that could essentially help us all. You know, girl, the camera.
You're so generous.
I'm so generous. I really am. I mean, I think about it because the camera, the wrong skincare products, the critics, you know that, they can be so harsh.
They can.
So I became an eager student, I'd like to say, for looking everywhere for the best possible products with the right and the purest ingredients for my friends and family who depended on myself for recommendations and, frankly, you know, a little bit of selfishness in there for me too.
Admit it, it's okay.
I admit it.
Selfishness is good sometimes.
But you know, I found that solution and I loved the process and the results so much that I agreed to come here today to talk about my discovery.
Well, I really appreciate you sharing this discovery with us. I really do. All right, so there are a lot of skincare and cosmetics companies out there. You certainly have access to the best in-class products. Yet you find the little company that packs a greater punch compared to these skincare giants. Now, how did you even begin to think about championing their brand?
Well, this is the other reason that I really believe in the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics product so much. I quickly learned a very important truth about the skincare industry that I didn't know. You have these giant companies that spend so much money on advertising and packaging and all of the bells and the whistles that will hopefully convince you and I and the world to buy their products.
It's happened to me. I know. I've fallen prey to that.
I mean, we have spent so much money on products that are quite ineffective, to be honest. You know, and every time one of those gorgeous jars and that gorgeous display, backed by that gorgeous ad
Ever so
campaign.
mesmerizing. Continue, continue.
Well, 60% of your well-earned dollars goes straight to the actors, the magazine ads, and media buys and the fancy packaging.
That's actually really scary. I never knew that stat before.
Yeah.
That's
and
wow.
that is real, and that is not even including the retail markup.
Wow, you've got me reevaluating my shopping attitude, really. Thank you for that information.
You're welcome. I was surprised when I learned it as well.
Whew, that's pretty shocking. Okay, so and what does all of that have to do with actually improving my skin or even enhancing my looks? If you can do that.
I'm really
Anyway.
Well, you are quite fabulous.
Darling,
but if we have to go there, you know, the team at Vanessa Blake Cosmetics, they have a very different philosophy and one that I love. They put their company's emphasis on product formulations instead of throwing money into their image and all of the bells and whistles. They actually invest in the research and development. They invest in the formulation testing and rewarding all of those users that are kind enough to give their product a real world noticeable chance to benefit their skin. You know, they wanted to build a company completely focused on the moment, and I love this, the moment when women use a product and we look at ourselves in the mirror and we go, wow, it's working. You have that moment?
I have that moment all the time, but you've got me actually thinking about the reasons why I've actually shopped in the past. I was always about the packaging. Packaging first, product secondary. Clearly, that's not how I should be shopping.
No, it isn't, and I'll tell you, when I got involved with Vanessa Blake and I actually started using their products, that wow moment to me was there. And it had not been there for a very long time. It gives women confidence, you know? We then have that spring in our step.
Yes, we do.
That comes when we know that we look good and we feel good.
Because confidence is sexy.
It's confidence.
That's
it's
the biggest
so
thing in the world.
Sexy.
It really is.
And it's not the company's image that they should be spending their money on. It's ours. And that's the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics message of caring about the detail of the products because they care about you. They care about us. They care about the consumer.
And when they say, wow, it's working, let me tell you, what are they saying? Well, they are seeing products that actually work. It's not about, like you said, the bells and the whistles. It's about seeing results pretty quickly. It's not about spending tons of dollars going to your dermatologist and doing all these things you probably can't even afford anyway, though. This is over-the-counter help that helps right now.
Yes, and what we are essentially talking about is younger looking skin, right?
We all want that.
I love my skin as it is, but you know, we all want and strive for younger looking skin, and that is what I have achieved. My coworkers and friends and family have achieved with the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics line. I mean, the challenge is that a lot of us have to do with the formulation work that goes into the wow. You know, that is what can be challenging. But that is the whole fun of it, because when we get to that wow, you know, we've actually gotten to the magic.
Okay, but let's hold your horses, honestly. Doesn't that get expensive, all that R&D work? Let's be real.
I think that's the beauty of it, you know, not with Vanessa Blake Cosmetics. It's true, they are investing a lot of money in highly researched powerhouse formulations and breakthrough delivery systems, but they're avoiding all of the marketing, spending, and image making on the back end. I mean, when you add all of that up, the best part is they are still able to offer these best products with the best formulations at lower prices than their competitors.
You mean I'm going to be saving when I buy this stuff?
You're going to be saving and you're going to be looking fabulous.
I can buy new shoes now. I can really.
Can you buy me
change
some
my
new
budget
shoes
now
too?
so I can afford my shoes that I really want?
You know, and I think this philosophy alone has allowed them to thrive in a market when other skincare companies won't take on that philosophy. It's just a smarter way to run your business and to engage with the consumer.
So it's been a few years since I've known you, and you've never stopped looking for the next innovation in beauty. And now it's all about organics, alphabet creams, and anti-aging. Tell me more about that.
You and I and our closeted, aspiring starlets, baby boomers, and friends that are getting older, we apologize for that, but it's true.
Right.
You know, this morning, millions of men and women woke up all over the country, all over the world really, and looked at themselves in the mirror and said, ooh, wow, I never thought that my skin would actually change this much. Help!
Oh my gosh.
The H-E-L-P, they cried out. You know, and that happens from dark spots, it happens from stress, it happens from sun, it happens from blemishes, sensitive skin, aging in particular. All of that can bring about a completely different set of skincare needs, right?
Yes, it can.
But you know, as I said earlier, there's hope for all of us. And I can tell you that it is called the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System.
Say it one more time.
The Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection
Hallelujah.
System. That is the answer to the H-E-L-P.
Yeah.
Give me some, girl.
Yeah.
Injections, doctor visits, clinics and spas, some women are paying thousands of dollars for regular procedures. There's often risk in recovery time too, but you won't pay thousands for the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. Sold separately, the regular price of the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System is $299. Once you try the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System and see the years visibly reversing, we think you'll agree it's worth every penny. But because we are selling direct to you without retail markups, you can now look years younger with the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. All 4 powerful age-defying, skin resurfacing and rebalancing products for the special reduced price of just $169.95.
And welcome back to the Black Shopping Channel. Today we've had a truly informative, insightful discussion on the beauty industry and also into the healing market and the amazing results that we are seeing with the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics products. But so far we've only looked at skincare. You've probably guessed that with a brand name that ends in cosmetics, there must be some makeup in there somewhere. Well, you won't be disappointed. We've shown you how incredible the Vanessa Blake skincare systems are. We've seen how they work and explained why they work as well as they do. If you've been as impressed as I have with the results and you've been excited by the obvious commitment to the skincare, then you'll undoubtedly be thrilled to hear the same level of care has been taken with their makeup range. Joining me now in the studio is celebrity makeup artist Orlando Santiago, who will talk to us about their makeup formulations and how they work and how it was developed, and we'll have a stunning transformation too. It's a delight and honor to welcome Orlando Santiago.
Thank
Hi
you.
there.
I'm just as excited to be here with you today.
I'm excited to have you here.
I can't wait to tell you about the new products Vanessa Blake Cosmetics has in their range and starter kit.
Well, I've had a sneak preview, and yes, there is a lot to be excited about.
There really is.
But before we reveal those and all of my personal favorites, I know you wanted to give our viewers a quick insight into what makes the makeup by Vanessa Blake Cosmetics so unique.
Yes, I really do. It's really important for me to get that across. First of all, Vanessa Blake makeup is all mineral.
And we've all read the rave reviews. We know that mineral is so good for you, so I'm sure that's great, but there are a lot of mineral products already in the market. What's so different about Vanessa Blake minerals?
Well, the first thing I should point out is that Vanessa Blake Cosmetics don't just use mineral products. Their entire range is mineral. Everything in their makeup line can be mineral, is mineral. Most brands bring out the selected range in mineral products, but everything that can have minerals in Vanessa Blake products has minerals in them.
Okay, that's already interesting right there.
It is. I should also point out that no two mineral products between brands are necessarily the same.
Please explain.
Well, minerals are amazing. They break down into titanium dioxide and zinc oxide.
It's quite interesting. So all mineral products do this?
Right, in theory they do, but this is where we need to start to be careful. In principle, as I said, yes they do.
So what about Vanessa Blake Cosmetics?
Well, you simply won't find those ingredients in their products. That's why the slogan is, where makeup is, skincare is.
Genius slogan, by the way. I love that. I guess what our viewers really want to see is if something is so pure and natural, can it compare to the leading competitors in the market?
Well, you know what my background is. I've had an opportunity to work with some of the most successful brands in the world and celebrated artists of our time. Yeah. I just wouldn't endorse anything I don't believe in. But rather than talk about it, let me show you.
Well, all right now. Well, I've been looking forward to this all afternoon, so let's get it going.
Okay, good. So what I've done here is basically I prepped her skin using the Pure Skin Resurfacing cream, just kind of to prep the skin and get it like just kind of healthy and get the glow and get the skin to absorb some of the nutrients. And then I went ahead and used the Pore Perfection just to kind of take out some of the pores in the T-zone area and the larger, the nasal folds around the...
So it kind of fills in for the most part.
It sort of does. I mean, you can definitely use this at night, yes. Okay. It fills it in, it smooths out the surface. You can use this obviously as a night cream, but also you can use it definitely underneath your skincare as well. Right. And then of course I use the rejuvenating primer. That also helps to kind of prep the skin, you know, just changing the texture so that it's ready to receive makeup.
It makes it stay on all day.
And it does. Right. It holds the makeup, kind of locks it in all day, and you don't have to worry about it slipping or moving because it just grabs and absorbs the makeup really nicely.
I love how that sounds, especially during the summertime.
Exactly.
Makeup.
Exactly. You don't want it to move at all.
Right.
So now what we're going to do is, what I've done is I've taken the foundations and I've actually just kind of formulated my own, mixing one or two together to kind of create that perfect color and that perfect canvas. I'm a big believer in mixing colors because I think that nobody's the same color and shade all over throughout the face. So I believe in formulating quite a few, and then I just went ahead and used a brush and just kind of applied it evenly throughout her skin, throughout her complexion, all over her face.
Which didn't need much because she had a beautiful complexion to begin with.
Right, and less is more, definitely. So what you really want to focus on is actually applying the areas where you see slightly discoloration or anything that's a little bit darker, and just you want to use it to even the complexion out.
Sure.
So that's good. So I started with that, and then I went ahead and, before I really powdered and kind of used any, I like the skin to breathe a little bit, so I powdered towards the end because I don't want to immediately change the texture of the skin by setting it with powder. So I kind of let the skin breathe, absorb the foundation and the nutrients for a little bit, and then I'll just start.
That's an interesting tip. I never known that before.
Yeah, because if you change the texture and you kind of seal it now, then that's pretty much what it's going to be, and it doesn't really oxidize the way it's supposed to, so you can see the true color.
Sure.
Then I went ahead and started with the brows. Just use a beautiful color, soft, dark brown with an angle brush, like such, and I just kind of filled in her brows just a little bit, and the powder was really for depth. She had a beautiful shape, and so I just went and filled it in just to kind of see the shape of it. Then I went and used the beautiful palette, one of the quads that she has. So I just want to use like the bone color as a really soft, light part of the lid, just to kind of really bring the lid forward.
Yeah.
And then just kind of intertwine and kind of fuse the two together with the darker brown, just to create some depth in the outer corner, and then the dark brown by itself in the crease, just to create some depth, so you can kind of separate the lid from the brow bone.
Yeah, we see makeup, and it's barely there makeup. We see depth, and it's beautiful. We're towards the end of spring, we're going into summer, so our summer glow is
exactly
very apparent here. Gorgeous.
Exactly. So, and this color palette it's a neutral palette with a touch of you know, just like a peach or a pink, which is the power of neutrals. You can actually create so much more sometimes with just a neutral palette. So what I did then is I went ahead and just created some liner definitions. Just went ahead and created like an angle. She has nice, beautiful, round eyes. So what I did is I kind of took away some of the curvature of the round part of the eye, and I just went ahead and kind of gave her somewhat of a cat eye. So it elongates the eye just a little bit more, rather than just being really round and protruding. I kind of softened it back a little bit by adding.
You had to do that.
So what I did is just added a little bit of that angle. Beautiful, you know, which is what we have here is a liner, but it's a powder liner. You just add in the mix-it medium, and then you can use it with an angle brush, and it just creates a flawless.
I mean, it's perfectly
black
straight.
line.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, really matte, beautiful. You can get a nice little angle. So it kind of helps to sleek out the eye and kind of pull it in that direction a little bit more. Then moving past that, I actually just went ahead and added just a little bit of mascara. And I love the fact that the mascara is mineral based, because I think it also helps to kind of provide nutrients to your lashes, which obviously make them grow, they make them last longer, they don't fall out.
Yeah.
So it actually
Definitely
helps.
great benefits.
Exactly, and it helps to promote longer lasting lashes. Of course, it was black, so I just went ahead and tied it in so it fuses nicely in with the liner, top and bottom just a bit, and then I kind of moved from that and went to adding a bit of color in the cheeks. So what I did is just used a little bit of cheek color just to kind of bring some warmth back into the skin, not necessarily having to be part of the foundation, but I see a lot of warmth in her hair, and her complexion has a beautiful, you know, warmth to it as well. So I just wanted to kind of find a way to tie it all in together via blush.
It's a neutral look without it being completely one color.
Right. It's
So
not
there's
monochromatic.
some- yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So this helps to kind of break up the monochromatic part of the complexion, so it gives it a little bit of color where necessary. But then I also tied it in slightly with one of the colors, and I think this color is Cambio. Did I say it right? Yes, Cambio, that's right. Beautiful color. It kind of ties in the warmth. It ties in the cheeks and the lips. Makes it really fun, fresh. Definitely for spring and for summer. It's a color that you can use day or night. And I just felt like it was a reflection of who she was without really changing her, you know, identity. It was just nice, a beautiful color she can just put on and kind of keep it moving.
It looks like approachable makeup.
It is.
Any woman can achieve this. It's very easy
Absolutely.
to put on, and it's just simple to use. So.
And it's very transcending. You can go from day to night, which is very important because you don't want to really, you know, have to change your makeup up too many times. You can just basically do it once and then just reapply and then transcend into the night. Maybe have dinner, cocktails, or just, you know, have a night out.
I'll have to ask your model a question. What do you think about your makeover?
I love it.
It's gorgeous on you, honey.
It doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup.
And that's really the point, right? Yeah, you want to feel comfortable and light and carefree. And,
It feels wonderful on my skin.
Fantastic.
Great.
Thank you, Orlando, so much.
Thank
for showing
you.
us.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
All right, so I've been looking forward to this all afternoon, but before we head to the very end of this, I want to let you guys know how to purchase this fabulous array of products from the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics line. So you want to go ahead and call 800-826-1497, and if you want to go online to purchase, you're going to go to blackshoppingchannel.com.
injections, doctor visits, clinics and spas, some women are paying thousands of dollars for regular procedures. There's often risk and recovery time too, but you won't pay thousands for the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. Sold separately, the regular price of the Vanessa Blake Cosmetics Pore Perfection System is $299. Once you try the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System and see the years visibly reversing, we think you'll agree it's worth every penny. But because we are selling direct to you without retail markups, you can now look years younger with the Vanessa Blake's Cosmetics Pore Perfection System. All 4 powerful age-defying, skin resurfacing and rebalancing products for the special reduced price of just $169.95.